Hello everyone, welcome to This Old Cook. My name's Martin. I'm going to now go through some ingredients here. We're going to make crispy fried tofu with a teriyaki glaze. So here we have some crispy onions. Here we have some Sambal Olek. Don't worry too much about this. Sainsbury's sell it. You can buy it in a lot of supermarkets. This is the brand I use, but you don't have to use this brand. There's plenty of Sambal Olek. It's basically a chili paste. It's not that hot. Next to it is teriyaki sauce. Now, I'm rarely specific about ingredients except for this. This is, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, Kum Kee teriyaki sauce. I've tried lots of other teriyaki sauces and they're basically salt. It's like a bucket of salt. This is quite thick and it's just beautiful. Here we have a thumb-sized piece of ginger, which I'm going to chop up in a minute. We've got 3 cloves of garlic, which I'm also going to chop up. And we've got about 12 grams of butter, just cut into cubes. Some spring onions that I've trimmed. Some corn flour. And of course, tofu. Now you need firm tofu. I use extra firm. I've got the large thing today because it's all I could get, but this is like exceptionally good tofu to cook with, and also the thing with tofu is straight out of the packet it looks just absolutely delicious. Oh yeah. So the other thing, instead of sake, you can use sake if you want to pay for it, but I use this. It's Fino sherry. So for like 75 centilitres of Fino sherry is about £7. You know, you can buy rice wine and all the rest of it in your Chinese. Dry sherry is identical. It tastes exactly the same. It really does. So let's get on and move this out of the way. And we'll chop up these onions here and stick them in this bowl thing. You just want fine. Hope you can see that okay. Oh, by the way, this is one bunch of spring onions. By the way, these crispy onion things, I buy them from Asian food shops, but you can buy them from supermarkets in the salad departments in smaller tubs. But I generally buy the KTC brand or whatever, but you can buy them in Asian supermarkets and stuff, and it's they're like really cheap. I'm sorry about knocking the tripod there, but I'm quite new to this stuff. So put those spring onions there, bit of an escaping. That wasn't me. Yeah, you know what? I think we will do the rest of them. By the way, whatever happens, this is my first video. By the way, whatever happens in this video is what you're going to get. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Yeah, that looks all right, that, mate. Okay. Plenty of spring onions there, like chopped fairly fine. Yeah, put that in. Right, move that to one side. Ginger. So, although this ginger is about the size of a thumb, as you can see, there, about the size of a thumb, it don't matter. We're not going to use all of it because it's fresh ginger and it's really strong, so we don't need all that. But anyway, you'll see just now. It's not a very good camera angle, this, is it? What about this? No, that's too awkward. I'll cut off my fingers. I'll show you just now. So you saw that big lump. That's kind of all that's left of it. I've kind of thinly sliced half of it. So what I'm going to do is, that tofu looks so good, doesn't it? Anyway, so bring this back into thing. I'm going to cut it into really thin matchsticks. I need a different camera angle. Don't worry, I'll sort it. Not today, but maybe for tomorrow. So let's put that in. That's like loads of matchstick shaped ginger. All right. Next, I'm going to cut up the garlic into the same sort of matchsticks. 3 cloves. By the way, this is really easy. Anybody can do this. It's not that hard. You can grate this garlic if you'd prefer, but I'm just going to cut it into like things. I hope you appreciate this because I'm missing the rugby to do this. A bit nervous about it, if I'm honest. That's okay. Like, this is just a normal kitchen. It's nothing special. Okay, put the garlic in there. Like that. Yeah, nice. Dude. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, I'll just move that over there. I'm going to cut this delicious tofu into bits, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into this. I've got a large bowl of corn flour, like right there, and I'm going to cut this up into bits and I'm going to put it in there. Now then, so I'm going to make this about 1 centimetre thick, like that. Okay, do you see that? It's about as thick as my finger. Steady now. I caught that, you know, like a ninja. Right, okay. So I've cut it into about 1 centimetre thick slices, and I'm going to cut each one of these in half. So about there. about there. Doesn't have to be exact, it really doesn't matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 pieces here. This I can do something else with. Right, okay. Get this into the corn flour, just like that. Not like that, all right. So let's check this out. So just give it a coat in corn flour. You don't want anything else. You don't want no salt, nothing in this corn flour. Just give it a good coating. Don't use anything else other than firm tofu because it's not going to work for you. It's just going to go to mush. This works really well, trust me. Right. I'm just going to move this over here. Okay, so once again, I just want to say welcome to This Old Cook. I'm Martin. We're going to now crack on and start cooking this lovely teriyaki dish. You don't need a deep fryer. You can use a deep fryer if you've got one, and that'd be great. But I'm just going to use a frying pan here. And I've got a little drop of oil in, and we're going to, it takes quite a while to fry until it's crispy, but you'll see just now. Okay, so the next bit is we're going to shallow fry the tofu. As I say, if you've got a deep fryer, then by all means do it in that. I do have a deep fryer, but not everybody does. So I'm going to do it in the pan, just as anybody else would that doesn't have a deep fryer. So let's go on. In this bowl, I've got the tofu that I've coated in corn flour, only corn flour, no salt, no nothing. Just tap the excess off, pop it in. The oil, by the way, if I can just say, is about 180 degrees. If you haven't got one of these things, sorry about that, I'll get there in the end. Just a temperature gauge, then just buy one. They're cheap enough. It's the best thing you can have in your kitchen. Don't know if you can see that, probably not. But it's 180 degrees, thereabouts. So let's get all this stuff in now. The corn flour, it won't burn. It'll go a light golden. It'll give the tofu a real crispy texture. You see that all right in there? Kind of. Okay, so this has been in about a minute. It's going to take probably 15 minutes. We want to keep turning it. We want the inside to, the moisture in the tofu will come out and it will crisp up on the outside. It will go a light golden color, but it won't burn. Even at 180 odd degrees, it won't burn. I promise you it won't burn. So I'll come back in about 10 minutes once I've turned this a couple of times. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes now. As you can see here, you probably see it better. This tofu is crispy on the outside. It's not burnt by any means. And it's got a lovely texture on the inside. It's not all like weird. So here's the tofu ready to be cooked into this wonderful dish that you're just gonna love. So I'm going to take this fat and I'm going to pour it into a container to save for something else. Okay, so you ready for this? Just a quick recap. We've got Sambal, dry sherry, Fino, cheap, teriyaki sauce, matchstick sliced ginger, butter, garlic, crispy onions, and spring onions. Are you ready? I'm going to do this kind of as it goes. As we cook, it's going to be like just follow it. Pan's getting quite hot. Are you ready? A drop of oil, and we're gonna go garlic, ginger, not garlic. What the hell? Garlic. Are you watching this? Smells good, dude. Just gonna move this out of the way. We're on quite a high heat. Ginger garlic smells glorious. Absolutely bloody glorious. Starting to brown quite nicely. I'm going to add some butter. And I'm going to add a little glug of this Fino sherry. Just a little pour. The alcohol will burn off. Nobody's going to get drunk and start fighting with your gran. See that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the sambal, and there is probably 1.5. Yeah, stuffing me thumb. Teaspoons of sambal. That smells bloody lovely, let me tell you. So what I'm going to do now is, that chili is really hot. So I'm going to put the tofu into there. Now I'm going to add is the teriyaki glaze. That's half a jar of, don't know if you remember this. You can use, by all means, use other teriyaki, but I tell you what, it's going to be as salty as hell. Man, that's looking. You know what? I can't tell you how good that smells. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in a whole bunch of spring onions or scallion, depending on where you live. In England, it's spring onions. Look at that. Man, the colour of that is like glorious, let me tell you. Oh. This is so crispy, so good. Okay, you guys, are you ready for this? I've got to tell you, I mean, it's pretty easy and it tastes like absolutely bloody glorious. So, get this plate here and we're going to do the dishing up bit. Right, so if I turn that off. No. It's kind of how it goes here. So, here we are. Dude, how does that? That smells absolutely glorious. Let me tell you. It's really crispy as well. I'll put that on now. I've done a bit much, but like, who the hell cares? Pan. A few little things. See that? Right. A few little crispy onions, just like that. Now we've got a few little spring onions. A few little spring onions. Just like that. I like Tommy Cute there. Okay. Bit of stuff left in the pan. Let's put that over. That's kind of it, really. I'm not gonna. Man, that's good. A little bit spicy meatball. Okay, so Teriyaki glazed crispy tofu. Yeah, it's not a restaurant, but it's as good as it's going to be. If you try it, great. If you like what I've done here, then click like, subscribe. It's free. And I'll see you on the next one.